I'm with Marco from EPTechnologies. He's the co-owner and engineer of the company, and he's been working on solid-state technology. Can you talk me through what you've done with these batteries and what you've managed to achieve?
Certainly. So they are half solid-state technology.
Right.
The full solid-state's not coming before in 2-3 years, but the safety advancement of these batteries is so huge that we are now producing and selling them. We're in full DNV certification for these batteries as well.
All right.
Half solid-state means the electrolyte is reduced to the max in this type of batteries.
Yeah.
So we have very little in it. When we puncture this with a nail, nothing happens. Sometimes we have a little bit of smoke, but otherwise nothing happens. And a little bit, I mean like really just a couple of drops.
Right, okay, because normally with a lithium battery, there's a hell of a lot of smoke. It's a real
hell a lot of smoke and sometimes also fire and explosions. We don't have that with them at all. So yeah, it's really safe.
So with technology like that, does that make these things harder to charge, or do they not last as long? What's the downside?
The downside, at the moment, there is no downside. Because just in the last 2 months also the price of them dropped to a very reasonable price.
Right.
You also have to think, and you're asking the right question, the charge cycles, when we discharge these 100%, so from 100% down to 0, we can do 7,000 cycles. If we would only use 80% of that, we can go up to 10,000 and more cycles. So they last very long. That means the invested money and also materials are very economical for being green and for your pocket, of course.
So that all makes very good sense. If I wanted to put 2 of these together in a boat, how would I do that?
As we know, batteries, when you parallel them, they should stay in a similar voltage range.
Yeah.
They don't always do, or boat owners sometimes make a mistake in installations and so on, and that's why we have a pack control. So you connect up to 14 batteries in parallel here, and this guy is then the brain, and he will manage which batteries are okay to go in parallel, and it's fully automatic. Yeah.
Voltages of these come in?
Yeah, we have 24 volt and 48 volt. We also have decent high voltage, but here on this fair, we only have the 24 and the 48.
Okay. And regarding charging these with BMSs and the likes, how does that work?
Yeah, so we have a BMS inside here, of course. We can connect to Victron chargers. This talks Victron, it's no problem. So easy to interface with all of that.
So everything's included in here?
Yeah.
And only if you want to put 2 together do we need to use the pack control, is that correct?
Yeah, you don't need to, but it's better to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Marco, thank you very much. Where will we find out more, and where do we find out where to buy some of these?
Yeah, best thing is to go on our website, eptechnologies.dk, sign up for our newsletter, and we are selling those through dealers and to shipyards.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.